One of the things that I often end up discussing with business owners and having conversations with business owners, and certainly one of the things that I coach my clients on, is the merits and indeed the perils of having or not having a business plan. Now, a business plan is something that offers a guide rail to, the direction, the strategic direction that the business is going. Now, before I dive into some of the detail about that, I just want to, share my experience from my military days. So 28 years service in the army as a soldier and then as an officer. There was one phrase, one saying that resonated every time you entered into the field of operations, and that was simply this: failing to plan is planning to fail. So what does that actually mean? If you reflect at the moment where your business is, if you have a business plan, I dare say there is some direction, there is a guide rail, you have an idea of where you are, what it is you're striving to achieve, targets that you want to get to. And it was the same on the field of operation. When we set a plan and put a plan into place, and they were comprehensive, it gave us the opportunity to look at the strategic focus of where we want to go, to determine the tactics that we needed to put in place, to actually look at the different courses of actions, because there's one element out there, both in, the field of operation on the battlefield and also the field of operation in the business world, and that's Murphy's Law. And Murphy's Law states that if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. But here's the point: if you don't have any plan that you're working towards, if you haven't gone through the planning process, and that's probably the most important point here, when it goes wrong, you're going to be slow to react. You're not going to know what to do. The greatest example of that was when COVID hit. The businesses that had contingency in place, the businesses that had a plan, they were able to shift, to use that word, to pivot, to suddenly, realign and head down that direction. And in some instances, and more often than not, to actually replan, to take a moment, to look at the changing situation environment, to take the plan that they had and remaster it. Your plan is your blueprint. It devises the direction that you want to get to. Now, one thing to remember that any business plan that you have is a work in progress. More often than not, most people think that you have to do a business plan to run a business, or you've got to have a business plan to to get in financial investment, and often that might be the case. But a business plan is far more than that. A business plan means that you have got strategic direction. It means that you're not sailing your boat without a rudder and just open to wherever the winds take you. You've got some focus in terms of actually how you can you get from one shore to the next. And sailing actually is a really good analogy, because if you think about sailing, very rarely do you sail in one straight line. I'm not a sailor, but I understand a little bit about you attack to the left or right or starboard and port. And actually that whole movement is you transitioning through that line of direction that you've got. And you probably recognize that as an analogy in terms of having a plan means that you've got some direction to go to. It will mean that your decision making is swifter, more effective, better. It means that your communication in your organization is greater clarity, giving the team what they need to know in order to go out there and deliver at the front end on the business field of operation. It means that you don't miss opportunities, because you will have gone through contingencies. You will look for new opportunities. You will probably, when you do your business planning, engaged the collective thought of your team, of your operations board, of your board of directors, of your closest confidants, of your business coach. And it means that there is a higher level of effectiveness and performance in your business. So, do you have a business plan? And if you don't, dive into this article, have a good read of it. But at the bottom, go download the business planning template and have a first draft of what your business plan. And if right now you're answering that question and saying, yes, Steve, I've got a business plan, it's in my head, Well, let me tell you, it isn't. And it's not, you know, in any terms clarified as to where you want to go and what you want to do. So my challenge to you is go write your business plan. Hey, and if you want some help and assistance with that, then reach out, give me a call, and I'll be delighted to help and assist, and maybe even provide you with some additional support with regards to how you can actually go about writing your plan so it's an effective one for the future. Hope that's helpful. Thanks a lot.